Hello all and welcome to week number 4. We are rapidly approaching the halfway mark of the class. This week we have a couple of different readings. One is out of the Donahue text, that's chapters 6 and 7. That's going to be covering legitimacy and resources. And then there are two PDF files attached in Blackboard. The first one is an article called Power in Collaborative Governance. The other one is a book chapter that's provided. It's a good read, but the copy that we got was not a great copy, so I'm going to apologize for that. It might not be one you can actually read on the screen. It might be something you actually have to print out in order to get through. There are some PowerPoint notes that will help you through the readings, kind of give you key topics to keep an eye out for. And then on Sunday, you've got another audio-video journal. Most people are doing really great with these, and I'm really enjoying listening and seeing what you've got to, what you've been able to come up with. And in your groups, you might want to also, or whoever you're friends with in the class or in your small groups, you may want to share the different ways that you guys are doing these journals, because there's some really creative things going on out there that I'm really impressed with. So in this one, in one of the two attached articles, not out of the book, but in one of the two attached articles, there's one sentence in there that says, in collaborative contexts, the relational and perceptual aspects of power may be as important as the objective ability to command resources. And so that's the sentence. Get it in context with everything else that you're reading in there. But I want you to discuss this statement in the context of the article and through the lens of the pillar of accountability. So if you remember the pillars of public administration, this one I want you to start looking at it through the pillar of accountability, and that's what your video journal is going to be on this week. So this is going to be another presentation with audio, so I need you to create a presentation with slides and audio. And again, there were some really creative ways. Some people did it with PowerPoint and uploaded it to YouTube. Other people used VoiceThread, Screencast-O-Matic. There were some I had never heard of before that were doing some really phenomenal presentations out there. So again, some sort of a slide and some sort of, your audio on top of it. That's what I'm looking for. Submission should be at least 2 minutes long, but no more than 5 minutes. On the first one, some people went over the 5-minute mark, and I was pretty lenient on the first one, but this one I need you to keep to 5 minutes. And then I need you to upload the link, whatever the link is to your finished product. So do not upload just a PowerPoint file, like the full PowerPoint file. I need you to give me a link to wherever you hosted it. And I'm not particular, it doesn't have to be YouTube, it can be somewhere else, but wherever you hosted it, I just need the link so I can click on that and then go to your presentation. The other thing is that most people didn't do this, but please, I encourage you to please do not read your presentation. I want you just speaking, explaining to me your ideas and your concepts as if we were, sitting down having a cup of coffee together. I just want to hear what it is you have to say. Obviously, you're going to want to plan it out and have, your presentation all ready to go. But I don't want this to be something you read. I want it to be something that just off the top of your head, you're able to speak about. So speak naturally in this. There's some more information that I've posted on the group project to maybe give a few more prompts that might be helpful. So again, just to clarify, your groups you have been assigned to a group. Hopefully you're already working there. And when you click on that group area, you will see a discussion board where you guys can talk back and forth, and only you can see that. Other classmates can't. There are blogs that you can use there. There's a lot of different tools, and I encourage you to start utilizing those tools in that group area to get your communication back and forth. So you have your article that's been assigned to your group, and people were asking for more details of what it is I'm expecting when you do this analysis. So I would start off, excuse me, and not cough. I would start off with why was the collaboration in the article you read? Why was it formed? Who was involved? What was the goal? and what was the outcome or the intended outcome of the collaboration. So maybe start out by kind of laying the groundwork of that. Then I want you to evaluate the case in the article using at least one framework from your material. And so you can explore concepts through those frameworks, and you can pick just one, you can pick multiple, you can create your, based on those, create a hybrid and a new model. That would be fine. But look at things like maybe efficiency, effectiveness, accountability. Were these things more efficient, less efficient, more effective? So efficiency is least amount of input for greatest amount of output, meaning the tasks that get done. But effectiveness has to do with the outcome, the ultimate outcome. So if I have an intersection in a city and it's had a lot of traffic accidents there, well, there might be ways that I can efficiently give out tickets, and maybe that's a red light camera or something like that. But the big goal is to reduce accidents. So I could be very efficient at giving out tickets, but is that effective? Did that reduce the number of accidents? So efficiency has to do with outputs, the things that we usually government agencies do, or anybody. And then effectiveness, did it accomplish its goal or the outcome? And accountability. For those of you who have had public administration before, whenever we think about concepts like efficiency, we usually think of Frederick Winslow Taylor or possibly Mary Parker Follett and others. So if you have any of our core theorists, those of you who have had the classics book of public administration theorists, and you can relate any of this back to any of our founding theorists, that would be great. If you've got anything on decision-making theories or anything like that, you can throw those in at this point as well, building on some core theories of public administration. I am looking for some outside research in this. So you've got the article, you've got your books and things in the class, but I'm looking for you to bring in some information from the outside, either from journal articles you're finding in the class, other classic material that you've had maybe in other classes, anything like that. You may want to look at, was the outcome, meaning the benefit to the community, outcome meaning the goal, greater with the collaboration than it would have been working alone. Sometimes we have collaborations and sometimes it's just easier for our agency to do it alone, but there might be other reasons why the collaboration is important. In addition to efficiency and effectiveness, were there other positive or negative outcomes, actual or potential, that could actually have resulted from that collaboration? And then I'd like you to close your group to close this with a recommendation as if you're going to City Council. And depending on how the article got structured, should the collaboration or maybe a similar collaboration be continued in the future or be established? And again, you're going to have to adjust this wording for whether the collaboration you were reading about is already over or if it's still ongoing or something like that. So basically, do you guys recommend that we keep this collaboration going or that we do similar ones like this? What's your recommendation? And if you're recommending that we should do it or shouldn't do it, then what changes would you recommend? So yes, we should do it, but we should change it this way. Or no, we shouldn't do it, and we should, but we should do it, do something else. Ultimately, was it worth the effort? From your perspective, whatever vantage point you want to take on this, and then what changes would be made. So just consider this as being, you're the city manager or you're the county CIO, CEO, and you're making some recommendations to your elected official. That's the flavor that I want this group project to take, is here's what happened, this is what worked, this is what didn't work. Do we recommend it? Yeah, no, whatever your recommendation is at the end. So hopefully this gives you a little more context to keep working on and finalizing the work you're doing in your groups. And that's all I've got for you this week, so I look forward to seeing those video journals again. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and look forward to talking to everybody very soon. And in the meantime, have a very blessed week.